And hello everyone. I actually wanted to start 1 hour earlier, but there was no possibility. Alright, let's see. 7 tickets left. 7. So select one of them. God damn it. Did I change the order? Let's see. Actually not. And send numbers on them. Number 7. Last one. That's it. Nothing. Same as usual. Now you, Cube. 6 tickets left. Which one do you want? Was this? Number 5. 6, 5. Also nothing. I don't know what to say. Maybe all minimal tickets are left here in this pile. Not sure. Let me check the sound as a test. Alright, the sound is working. Fine. Yeah, you need to pay me 75%. Back. So, the last episode left. And one more game after this. How? I don't know. Use your fantasy. What a coincidence. Who would thought that a still samurai stage show would ever be held at such an elegant theater inside a foreign embassy? The question is, why is he this show still live when how many years passed? 7 something? Something like this. Double hug. You can try. Yeah, the climax was really awesome. Still samurai, sushi slice. Got chills down my spine when he pulled that move out. So was it really more impactful to watch a show in person than on television. Have to say though, this embassy is set up kinda funny. I mean, they have 2 countries sharing the same building. Is it JoJo reference in the background? This guy in green outfit. Now, as you said yourself, this place and the countries it houses are very special. Even this theater is special in that it is a natural zone shared by the 2 countries. So let me get this straight. The Still Samurai show just now is being sponsored by one of the 2 countries. The one that's called the Kingdom of Alabast? Hold on, I thought it was Renfa and what's the other one? Virginia? Looks like not. Alabast. Hold on. See some notification. I would like to check it. Let's share the document. Alright. Hello, awesome. Yes, it would appear that the Still Samurai is very popular in that country as well. Keep sharing them. Seems that way. But you know who I'm really into? That Jamming Ninja. The Republic of Babo sponsoring a Jamming Ninja stage show. Wait a second, they're 2 different countries. That's why. Something they're fun girls like me. Something for fun girls. It'll be something related to these flags maybe. The color, almost the same. Totally gonna see that too, Mr. Edgeworth. Jamming's Ninjas show is gonna kick the Still Samurai show's rear end. What do you have right now? Why still here? He was killed some years ago by Calista Yu. It's not 29? Alright. You know, ever since I first met this girl, I always had this inkling that what she really wants to be is not a thief, but rather a ninja. So anyway, about today's event. What's it called again? The Kingdom of Alabast versus the Republic of Babo. Goodwill Jubilee. The small European countries of the Kingdom of Alabast and the Republic of Babo. These 2 countries used to be a single entity. It was abundant with nature. It's like Czechoslovakia, and was called the Principality of Cadopia. It was Cadopia in the past. By the way, in the middle is Belarusian flag. That's forbidden right now. So it's its previous official flag that for some reason was changed, and I don't understand the reason. Seriously, alright, Mr. Ranchers? Yes, I'm alright. Moving on. After a period of civil unrest, the country split in two, though signs of that their past remain. BCHB? What is this? Is that the variation of it? For example, their flags preserve their flower and butterfly motifs to this day. Adopia, huh? The KH incident, could tell it. And what was referred to as the second KJ8 incident? Revolutionary Belarusian flag? Revolutionary? There had never been any revolution. In which an embassy staff member was murdered. Both of these cases were related to the Principality of Kadopia. In the 7 years that have passed, the country may have split into two. However, the Yatagarasu still sent a calling card here. It was the flag that existed when the first president started their ruling. So, not a revolutionary. What could it all mean? Mr. Edgeworth, I know you're thinking about something. Oh, excuse me? What were we talking about again? If you could please stop spacing out on me. Anyway, we're talking about the Alabaster versus Bubble Goodwill Jubilee. The two countries have had a pretty bad relationship with each other, but supposedly they've been trying really hard to make up recently. That's why they decided to hold this event. Then the case, then why the versus? Also, both countries claim to own the real Primidex statue, national treasure to both. They're planning to have them publicly evaluated today. To see which one's the real deal. Country name before does not exist anymore? What has changed? Okay, need I remind you to take care not to succumb to your thieving desires. Well, when it comes to treasure, I can't help myself. You know that. I'd better be saying that in jest. When one country becomes another one, they're supposed to be changing governments. But there had never been any change at all. It was still the same. Just different naming. Hey, I can read your body language, you know? And you got it all wrong. Look, I'm here to do some investigating. Investigating, I tell you. You know? And also, we don't know if the Yatagarasu will really make an appearance. Suppose we should still spend some time examining this place. What are you doing here? Where termination are they? Come on, big scoop. Hey mister, I'm on the way. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Something around this fooling from somewhere. Yet my instincts are directing me not to engage in conversation with you. Hence it would be best if I left you alone. Can I get inside? Can't. What should I investigate here? The national flag of the Kingdom of Alabast is on display here. The crest on it features a flower. Flowers and butterflies are kind of rare motifs for flags, don't you think? Tasmanian reddish? Well, when they used to be Kadopia, The government used to take pride in its land. The citizens also love their rich, bountiful nature all around them. That's the design. If the Steel Samurai got popular enough, do you think they put him on their flag? Are you in your right mind, King? Or maybe the Jamming Ninja would make a better candidate? Don't make me laugh, King. Only the Steel Samurai deserves such an honor. The plump fence above the two embassies here on this table. She actually saying as well. Still looks weird to me. The country split into two a few years back, and they shared the building and its grounds 50-50 ever since. This is because they don't have the money to build two separate ones, huh? Build? Each embassy is, can I say, some existing building, isn't it? Should think that's not the reason why, King. Suppose I'll just help myself to one of these. What is all the hubbub? Hubbub? Hey, look! It's the Steel Samurai. He's got his son, the Iron Infant, with him. Heck. Is that real infant? May I speak with you for a second? It's the Steel Samurai. Sir Edgeworth, what are you glaring at him for? Please excuse me. It's just that I have never seen a superhero up close before. What? So small. It looks like he's written something down for you. To Edgeworth from Steel Samurai Daddy, married man of near old Tokyo. Oh, and Tokyo. Pretty cool that you got one, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, why the heck do you need it for the keys? So Steel Samurai, Ambassador Alba is waiting for you. Seriously, why? There's additional information about flags. A set of 3 finely crafted knives per country. Kingdom of Alabas still produces the very luxurious Cadopian paper, which is known for its quality. Hired Layton to kill 2 lower state criminals? Just 2 more games and it will be Layton versus Ace Attorney. Republic of Babel, and we all know for sure what will it be. The sole producer of Babel is ink, which is made from white crystal, and also known to generously what? Alright. And now the Steel Samurai will proceed to enter the Kingdom of Alabas to shake the hand of the ambassador. Steel Samurai isn't only here for the 2 countries tonight, but Rosa can be sort of the goodwill ambassador from Outer Progresso. There he goes, off to spread goodwill to the world. He really does seem like a goodwill ambassador, doesn't he? Okay, we're shooting the next segment now. Kill camera. What conflict? It's a secret. In just a few seconds, the Gemini Ninja stage show is set to begin. After the show, the Gemini Ninja will enter the Republic of Bubble. He's sent to meet with the ambassador of Bubble at that time. The Gemini Ninja show is about to start. Gotta get back to our seats. Probably I don't have much of an interest in ninjas. Well, the show will change your mind. Come on, we have to hurry. Well, the good thing is that they killing each other just in the embassy. So, no common people are hurt. Means even a second of the Gemini Ninjas. Awesome playing. No, forgive you. I suppose you're not about to give me much of a choice here, are you, King? I could listen to that a ninja mark for this lullaby song all day. It's a proper playing that, and that sad melody really brought a tear to my eye. And his heart-wrenching voice. Now that's the Gemini Ninja's greatest weapon. Those pieces of Gemini Ninja merchandise all there. Good to have them. Especially one the hair sticks. They sell exclusively at these shows. Exactly like the ones the heroine, Princess Mizala, wears in her hair. Anyway? Hold right there, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? You're thinking of going home, aren't you? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the Yatagarasu will be making an appearance tonight. Just like him, it was simply a prank. No way! Just know that Yatagarasu will show. But I thought, saying the Yatagarasu doesn't send calling cards. Decoration for the tail. Remember this fox Pokemon with stick inside her tail? Yeah, I did, but I figured from the very beginning that this would wind up being a wild goose chase. But the card she sent was a genuine fake calling card. A genuine fake? Well, how can I word this? The Yatagarasu's mark that's on the calling card is exactly the same as my mark. Get it now? You got a problem! Yatagarasu has been spotted in Alabast. What? Someday I'll play every single Pokemon game. By the way, switch to Pepsi now. From Coffee and Tea. Me? Hello, that's Mr. Edgeworth. So you finally decided to show yourself, Euphonium. And Fox Digimon as well. But for this I need to play Digimon games. Well, good thing that Digimons are related to the plot. It's not just another Pokemon vacation. They can speak. Hey, what gives? I'm sorry, but I will need to search you before you may enter. What the? Hey, the Steel Samurai just waltzed straight on through without one. How? If you don't hurry up? Now if you don't hurry up and let me through, my phone is going to escape. Switch to what? Wait a second, I don't remember what I was saying about switches. Yeah, a country's embassy is considered to be a part of the country itself. You don't go through the proper procedures to another country. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm going to enter through Bubble and climb over the wall into Alabast. Breaks again? What? Breathe then? Let's check. This one, yes. Of course. If I will be playing it, I will not let you evolve. Ah, Pepsi. I switched to Pepsi. That's it. When you're drinking too much coffee and tea, you can easily get used to it and become not so tasty as before. What the heck, enough notification. Let me open chat. More documents were shared. That's it. I was drinking Pepsi on my very first stream, I believe. You tell Persecutor straight up that you intend to illegally enter another... Okay, now listen to me. Obtainable Metagross? Beldam? What is this? Hey Faraday, I'm coming through! Yes, and welcome. Someone stop you! Anyone! What the heck is going on here? Open air stage. Okay, where are you? Don't tell me you really did find some way over this fence. Fire! It's too big for us to handle. Looks like the Edgeworth came to Bubble too. You. Curse Edgeworth. Hey, you. Better be alright. Wherever you are. Ah, yes. Cola? Cheaper than coffee? Beach coffee? Instant coffee? Or coffee inside of cans? You can buy coffee inside the cans as actually soda. So if you buy bulk coffee, obviously it will be cheaper. Also, there's no such thing as cola in the United States. It's only Coke. It's called Coke. C-O-K-E. Coke and Pepsi. Let's see. Coffee... Mr. Coffee Can. Let's see. Mr. Coffee. What will be the price? You can buy it in Walmart. Ah, Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown. 163. Single one. This one if you buy that. 163. Next, let's check. Coke can. One single one. Is it possible to buy it? Gosh, nobody's selling just single one. Usually buy the pack. Okay, let's compare the packs. For example, this Diet Coke. 12 of this. See, it's not saying cola, it's saying Coke. The caffeinated soda is called Coke. Actually, mine is caffeine free. Here it is. Without any caffeine, it's $6.86 per 12. Now let's check Mr. Brown. Ten pack is 16. So coffee is much more expensive than Coke. Coke is the cheapest one. But you can buy instant coffee. In this case, this coffee will be cheaper. So you want cheap caffeine, buy Coke. This is without caffeine. Because it's actually evening. In 3 hours I will go to sleep. Now what the heck is this? I told you, it wasn't me!
Hold it!
You already stopped the file? Hey, alright. So I look alright to you? Now can you do something about this woman? Mr. Edgeworth, I do gumshoe. What's the meaning of this? Well, sir, it's this. He was finally killed? Yes. It wasn't me. I was already dead when I ran in here. Hot on the heels of the fake Heterasu. Look, I only came in here because I saw a suspicious person at the open air stage. A suspicious person? A long black coat and a hood over their hat. Knew you to tell me that's not suspicious. When I saw that person, I immediately thought that they must be the fake Heterasu. So I chased after them, the embassy, then into here, and then lost sight of them. Just know that person is the one who did it. Not are you so worked up over? There's no reason for you to be this loud. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're Agent Lang's secretary. No, I believe your name is correct. And if you're making an arrest, I assume you have evidence that it was Kay who committed the crime. Is that also correct? You refuse to answer? I don't need to answer. You're merely a prosecutor in this country, meaning you have no investigative authority. Hippo, just what the heck does what you just said mean? What happened here, it's under Mr. Edgeworth's jurisdiction, the end. And seeing as how this building is sitting on our soil, we can investigate wherever we'd like. Fortunately, detective, embassies are a different matter. Huh? This office is considered to be a part of the Republic of Bubble, which means that anything that happens in here defaults to the control of the Bubble's government and Bubble's law, giving them exclusive extraterritorial rights. Extraterritorial rights? Extraterrestrial rights. So, do you really believe that the truth is out there? It was reference to X-Files. Basically, our country's laws do not apply inside the embassy of another country. That's what was agreed to by our respective governments. Wait a second, but that's not a Gen file. What's she doing here? Our authority to investigate was effectively nullified the second we entered this place. Which means we can do little here, in this situation. No way, sir. Please leave this matter in Interpol's hands and go home. Mr. Edgeworth? Hey, you're not... Mr. Edgeworth! In that case, allow me to join your investigation. Miss Von Karma! Again here. Ambassador Palaiano, I truly appreciate you allowing me to join the investigation. It's really nothing. My name was my secretariat, so of course I want to help you as much as I can. But it's a blessing that Interpol agents were able to make it so quickly. Francisco. Well, never imagined that I'll meet you here, of all places. This is an embassy, meaning that you have no authority to conduct. Already? What is it? Ambassador Palaiano. And you are? Miles Edgeworth, public prosecutor. I ask that you please allow me to investigate this case as Miss Von Karma's assistant. Assistant? Miles, what the heck do you think you are? Please, implore you, Ambassador Paleano. Very well. I'll be counting on the two of you, Miss Von Karma and Mr. Edgeworth. What did you mean by you'll be Miss Von Karma's assistant? I don't exactly have a choice, do you, detective? If I don't become Francisca's assistant, can participate in this investigation. There you go again, right at the mouth, with that aloof expression on your face. Francisca, please. I don't know what you're planning quite yet, but at least I do know one thing, that you are now my subordinate. Just remember that my whip is always ready to wake you, should you have a brain lapse. Of course, I'll keep that in mind. If you're done playing games... Right, let's begin the investigation. So it will take hours to get at this point of game, but no, right there. By the way, detective, I suppose it's a bit late to be asking, but why are you here? No, better later than never, I guess, sir. Was placed on guard duty for the Babyliss embassy today. And why are our police guarding an embassy? Well, on account of the car they got from the Yatagrasso. By the way, it's also cheaper to buy coke to use and let's say, like cleaning liquid to clean, I don't know, blood on some surface, like on asphalt. Then use some kind of, I don't know, bleach, what they using. That's why some police can simply buy several packs of bottles of coke and use it. Well, on account of the car they got from the Yatagrasso, they called us up and asked for our help, sir. Because we've been searching for the Yatagrasso these past 7 years. It was a more or less mutually beneficial arrangement, if you ask me. Except for how mutually unbeneficial this has all turned out to be, I suppose. Looks like you failed to completely perform your guard duty yet again. Look forward for your next salary negotiation. Also, it's out of my hands. But sir, if it gets cut anymore, I won't be able to buy even packet noodles anymore. So, our victim was the secretariat of this embassy, I take it. More economic? I have no idea. Many caution. Heard that he was an admirable person. Very admirable. Cause of this, it has stabbed on the base of his neck. What? Stabbed on the base of his neck? He was lax in watching his back. Not fine. We were fortunate that the fire missed our victim's body for the most part. If the fire had burned a bit longer, it might identify him a hassle. So, Mr. Cochin was stabbed to death in the middle of a raging fire? What does the world happen inside this room? Let me check the body. And as true assassin, they left the weapon at the crime scene. Usually assassins are not hiding their weapons. Wield it once and throw it away. Who knows why? In this knife, the murder weapon, some preliminary testing has been conducted. I think it's very good to hide both the body and the weapon in completely different places. But they're not doing this. According to the results, the blood on that matches the victim's blood. The body's shape was also found to be consistent with the stab wound. So this means that we now know that the crime was committed with this knife? Hold on. Just several seconds passed and they already investigated everything? 1,000? Ah, you bought the acid? Well, I don't know if it's easier to buy it one. Where they're selling it. Coke it's available immediately in any store. Just go and grab it. And I doubt that they will store acid inside their police cars. That's why. It's kinda dangerous material, the acid. These knives got some really fancy ornamentation going on, huh sir? One thing particularly screams artsy at me too. Although it's also covered in blood, just like the last thing that I said was artsy. But the hell is pristine. There's not a single drop of blood on it. Speaking of the handle, I believe it has a butterfly motif. It's very beautiful. Who's using butterflies? Butterflies. Bubble. Hesitate using it? Why do you want to use it? This man, where do I know him from? Kinda obvious. This appears to be something in his pocket. Another knife? This key, it can't be. Isn't this Terasu's key that was stolen 7 years ago? But that's 7 years ago. You mean that key is where I was framed, sir? Yes, and the piece of evidence that stole the life of Key's father 7 years ago. Citric? For dishes? For dishes? You wanted to use it for dishes? Stains? Isn't it easier just to replace, I don't know, tiles and toilet itself, rather than removing them? Well, it's kinda stupid. That's what I would do. There were some stains that I can't remove with water. Just replace the tiles. Get a new design, for example. Which was then stolen by Callista U. What? Mr. Faraday was killed with this key, sir? So he was killed with a knife. Scrap him. At the very least, try to remember the details of crimes you were suspecting. Francisca, as you recall, Detective Gumshoe was not present when Miss Yu made her escape. Plus, even among law enforcement, only a few knew of the key's existence. Doubt that a new rookie at the time would be made privy to such knowledge. Like the victim right now. Oh, trumpet answer. Suppose I'll just have to fill you in now. Actually, personally, I still didn't do the tile job, but I will be doing it maybe next week. As soon as I install waterproof panels all over showroom, I'll be doing talent job. For the first time in my life. It's not that far-fetched to think that the end of this key was meant to be a butterfly. The keymaker must be a true patriot to have fashioned this after the national symbol. Oh, that's amazing, sir. It's like some kind of magic trick. I knew it! It's the same exact piece of evidence that Miss Yu took with her. Remember this beautiful pattern in the blade. Remember this as well. It's a wine motif, isn't it? Yes, it looks like two interwoven vines crisscrossing down the blade. Well, my old house, Belarus. All the times already, well, they're not damaged, but they've fallen apart. Don't understand how. Maybe because my neighbors are doing something to the wall or something? Right, sir. I think it looks like a bunch of stars, he asked me. It's one of those six-sided stars, just like the police mark on our IDs. Crossing stars. I really don't think you can call these stars. Saying that the detective's art sense is underdeveloped would be an understatement. Belizno? Just bleach? The real question is why was the Babylon's embassy's secretariat Hollandese actually have bleach right here, right? In liquid form. Or gel form. Well, we don't know how Mr. Kochan came to possess this key. We do know that this was stolen by the Yatagarasu from the Kadopian embassy. Very powerful bleach. Just pure bleach. Supposed to be already 100% powerful. That's right, Mr. Faraday had written that fact down, his organizer. I'm using it only if I see some, well, not stains, but fungus. The mold. I believe this means that further searchers are quiet into the country of Cadopia. Why don't you ask Ambassador Poliana about what he knows? Supposedly, he was a candidate to be the next Cadopian ambassador once long ago. He should be able to answer any specific questions you may have. Hazardous for skin and lungs? Well, at least it's not asbestos. Same. Really, there's nothing else to examine? It's a knife wound. Somebody swore he was killed with, but I wonder if it's consistent with the wound. Indeed. There's still nothing here. A small personal safe. This was Mr. Kochan's office, so perhaps he's stolen his most important documents in here. And of course it's locked. It appears we won't be able to open it without the key. Don't you already have the key? Well, we don't have the key in the list. Searchers, there's still something on this display rack, sir. Knives, huh? Although the blades are all that remain of them, unfortunately. Guess the handles all got burnt off by the fire. So even the knives fell victim to the fire. Why is he sweating? Is he the criminal? Bit too easy. Ambassador Poliana, are these knives yours? Why yes, they are. They're a special set of ornamental knives featuring the national symbol of Babel. These butterfly thin knives, along with alabaster old set of knives, comprised of 3 knives each. But I can't believe that Babel's ones have been reduced to this state. Mental knives, huh? There's a small release on the tongue of this blade. Ambassador Poliana, what is this notch here for? Oh, that. It's a feature of these knives, wherein you can freely exchange the handles on them, so that you can change how they look to fit the situation, of course. See, so these knives were constructed so that the handles could be easily removed. Hmm. And why is it? There's a lot of skill detail on this handle. I believe this is a butterfly. This is one amazing ornamental knife. I'm really glad that this beautiful butterfly wasn't ruined by blood. There's not even a drop of blood on it. It really is quite executive. So much so that even you can understand its beauty. Hey, why do you always have to look down on my taste, sir? I know what I like, and this is really well crafted. Why do you look down his tastes? Because, my dear detective, I'm afraid your tastes are usually quite questionable. This knife, it appears that the handle is removable. I guess so people can change them whenever they feel like it. Sounds like fun, sir. Why do we need this for the skis? Don't think people would remove the handle just for fun, detective. So this is what took Mr. Coach in life. Some of his blood is still on the blade. The detective for 7 years already. Seen a lot of weapons in my days. But knives that were used to kill are always the hardest for me to burn. Yes, unlike guns, it's one weapon that you're likely to find the victim's blood on it. Yeah, just like how this one is particularly drenched in it, huh, sir? Despite that, it looks like the blood managed to miss the handle somehow, because somebody changed the handle. For some unknown reason. These shells are lined with American souvenirs and memorabilia. What the heck is this? Memorabilia? It's really strange, isn't it? I mean, I thought this was the Bubbly's embassy. So why are there so many American souvenirs around? Because the Bubblies are studying American culture and our tourist industry? If they have plans to make the Bubbly's tourism industry truly flourish, they would need to observe and study other countries' methods, I suppose. Speaking of tourists, I got this from the blonde guy earlier on. He said that if I bring this with me to Bubble, I can trade them in for a few buffets. Well, so how do you expect to travel to Bubble? Well, the whole world is connected by the ocean, sir. And for an all-you-can-eat buffet, I'd swim all the way to Bubble, if I have to. Can a few simple coupons really motivate people to do such fantastic things? What about this fake statue? Because this is a national treasure, can I ask that you please not touch it? I'm afraid the only ones allowed to touch it are myself and the Secretariat. But there's possibility that it's related to the murder, wouldn't you agree? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, why don't we give up for now? We can force them to let us investigate it later and find some solid proof. Suppose I don't have a choice. It might be one of the Primidex statues he was talking about earlier. Is it just me, or does this man look just like the Steel Samurai? Could be tense. I can't believe that money fell among thieves tonight. Without him, I have no idea what my schedule for tonight is. Mr. Paliano, I believe your schedule tonight will consist of listening to reports from the police. That and only that. I ask you to cooperate not only for your own sake, but for Mr. Cochin's as well. You are a strong man, aren't you? How fascinating. Here, I know it isn't much, but I'd like you to have this. I'm sorry, but it would be against my principles to accept a bribe. I don't know, these are simply coupons we distribute to promote Bubble. Remember, we offer a large number of discounts and offers when you visit lovely Bubble. Now remember, the Republic of Bubble is known for its feverish tourism industry. Is it? Let me check. Are they playing for 1 hour? I just barely started it. Okay, we'll take a pause. Be right back in a minute. Actually, I have some acid that's supposed to destroy cement, but have no idea what is it. I was wondering if you might tell me a bit about the deceased, Manny Caution. This was my secretary, and the embassy secretariat. Change with ran the whole place. He was an admirable man. His death is a great loss to our country. He was in charge of everything, coding, accounting, printing, taking care of our national treasures. And smuggling? Let's see. I'm sorry, but did you say printing? Our country's primary source of revenue is our tourism industry. So in order for us to print the necessary pamphlets, flyers, coupons, etc., we have a printing press here at our embassy. I see. Please excuse my forwardness, however. I feel I should mention that I have the distant impression that I met him before. Oh yes. Since you are of the legal profession, suppose you just might have. After all many was involved in the KJ8 incident. KJ8 incident? The defendant who was found innocent in that case was money. So, Mr. Cochin, the same man as the one in that case, spent 10 years. Many recount personally from that case and dove enthusiastically into this job. He was the one who planned this event. He was to oversee this embassy's relations. It's really a shame. He had such a bright future ahead of him. What? Cadopia. Ambassador Poliana, I was wondering if I may ask you about Cadopia. Cadopia? Alright. What would you like to talk about? First, I'd like to ask you about the scheme. What about the scheme? Found it sticking out of Mr. Cochin's pocket. I believe it originally belonged to this embassy. Is that correct? From closer inspection, it seemed that this key is shaped like a butterfly. That's not all about this key. It's also capable of changing into a knife. How fascinating. Isn't it possible that the ambassador didn't know about the existence of the scheme? In its knife form, there's a flower mark at the base of the blade. I guess this knife might be from when we used to be a part of Cadopia.
Hold it.
And how did you come to that conclusion? It has both of Cadopia's national symbols, the butterfly and the flower. I suppose Mani built this key here at the embassy back when we were still Cadopia. For this now for the sea. Ambassador Poliana, this key was stolen from the Cadopian embassy 7 years ago by Callista Yu, otherwise known as the Great Thief Yatagarasu. Really? You were not aware that Miss Yu had broken into this embassy at that time? Sorry, can't be of much help. Not very familiar with the details, you see. Only became the ambassador after Babel became its own independent nation. But if many were still alive, he would probably know about what happened back then. So Kocha and Miss Yu knew each other 7 years ago. But that doesn't explain why I found the Grasso's key here in the present. Renovations? What exactly did you mean earlier by renovations? Can't have tourists and visitors to our embassy and think we are a poor nation, can we? What, tourist for embassy? So renovation the embassy is something of an investment. We may have rather paltry budget, but we are trying our best to make do. However, I guess the only person who could help us do our best is now no longer with us. Oh dear. Who were to find out that a murder occurred at our embassy, the amount of tourists would plummet, as would our revenues. A disaster. What are we going to do? Really does seem worried. Perhaps I should refrain from bringing this up. Okay, let's try to connect. The key is safe. And it's working. You know for a fact that the Yatagrasa's key was used at this embassy. Furthermore, we found it in the victim, Mr. Cochin's pocket, which leads me to think that perhaps it is the key to the personal safe in this office. Good thinking, sir. Let's go try it out. The Pirasa was correct. The key that was left to us in the victim's pocket is later turned out to be the key to the next piece of the truth. What do you have here? Hey, there's nothing inside. Do you think that Tagarasu made all this everything, sir? No, detective. I believe all we need is a closer look. What is this here? Looks like the ripped corner of a piece of paper, sir. No, I don't think it's ripped. It seems more to me like it's stuck in the safe. You're right. It's one much an inch, but even when I tug on it, I don't think I've ever seen paper stuck on the inside of a safe before. But if I think you have it backwards, it's not the paper that's strange. It's the safe. What do you mean? What I mean is that the secret to the safe is that it has two compartments, it's completely empty, has a crack there. Why there even a choice here? Even just eyeballing it, you can see that the inside is a bit too shallow. Furthermore, the unnatural way the paper is stuck at the back of the safe, saying that there's an extra bit of space behind the back wall of the safe. And in other words, the safe has a second compartment. What? I suppose that you're correct in asserting that the paper is stuck in an unnatural manner. However, what you say is correct, and there's a second compartment. How do we go about opening the door to it then? As you can see, there's no other lock or keyhole inside. Actually, there's one more spot of interest to me on the safe. Oh? Yes, I believe that spot is the keyhole to our mystery second lock. Safe and its locks. Alright then, since you are so sure of yourself, show me how you deduce your answer. You mean this one? Eureka? Doesn't the shape of this keyhole remind you of something, Francisco? The shape? Does look very familiar. However, I believe it's simply a latch hole for the safe's lock mechanism. What? It was Eureka? Just for keeping that door shut, nothing more.
Hold it!
Abduction? Is it so? The person who used the safe, Mr. Cochin, made sure this safe had two compartments in order to hide something. Do you honestly think someone like that would allow the keyhole to the hidden half to look so obviously like a keyhole that even the average person could figure it out? So many words here. Can't be serious. Are you saying that this hole is the keyhole to the hidden compartment of the safe? That's precisely what I'm saying. And I will prove to you right now that the Garasu's key is the key that will open it. The Garasu's key has Edgeworth. This had better be a very bad joke. Sorry, but this is no joke. The Garasu's key is the very key that will open the second compartment of the safe. No, this key opens the first compartment of the safe. The keyhole you're talking about is of an entirely different shape than that of the key. Let's go over this again, shall we? The Grasso's key was originally made to open Mr. Cochin's safe in the Cordopian embassy. We confirm that as fucked by opening the door to his safe visit. Now, let's take a look at the back end of the key. Looking at the knife portion head on. What do you see? It's looking. Oh, the film that you can't understand what I'm talking about. When you head on, the knife's blade in the exact same shape as the keyhole. The real function of the knife portion is to act as the key to the hidden portion of the safe. That's preposterous, because it looks like a knife and was used like one to kill Mr. Faraday 7 years ago. He fell under the misconception and was always meant to be a knife. But for both the safe and its key to conceal such clever tricks, whatever is hidden inside the secret section must be of incredible importance. This incredible importance needs something more than just a key to open something. Biometric, digital key, physical key, not just a key. It's impossible that what I've been searching for is inside. Scarfy, hurry up and open that safe. Yes, sir. Open it now, sir. These items, they're smuggling items. Wait a second, it looks like Digimon. The top left. It's a bunch of funny shaped things. Again, the stupid auto progression. You're in the way. Now move, Scarfer. You think I was in the way? These pieces of art, they're identical to ones that have been stolen from various countries around the world. I figured as much. These are the treasures. This section of the safe was to hide from you. I believe a more thorough examination is required. I forgot the name of this Digimon. Let's Google it. Digimon? Something? No. It was something else. It's Digimon. I'll show you. This one. Same mouth. So he's some kind of snake, of course. The pieces of stone art from around the world. Wonder how much they want, especially this one. Scrappy, don't touch those valuable pieces of art with your filthy hands. Why, do you have any idea what would happen to you if one of them were to break? So there, come on. He appeared only... was it in the first game as well? In the second I remember for sure. And just me, did she hit one of the pieces of art just now? It's the document that you thought was stuck earlier. Wonder what it's about. With me, sir. Don't you take a look at it first before we give up, detective? So first of all, obvious that you're not supposed to store paper like this. So stick out. Second, why someone who stole every single item from the safe didn't notice that there was another compartment? Not sure. Are we in a hurry? His subconscious name is written here on the last page. I wonder what the significance of this document is. And why it was not added to me. Oh, we cannot read it? Because it's not in English? Or Japanese? Nihongo. Yeah, let's say there's nothing else. Motif on knife handle. Sending, that's it. she doing? Hey, it's another butterfly. It's the symbol of the Republic of Bubble. Now I can connect it. Drawing this big on the wall of an embassy definitely conveys a sense of overwhelming patriotism. But I got a lot of patriotism too, sir. The reason I became a cop in the first place was because I wanted to protect our country. I want to do that, however, I have yet to see the fruits I desire. Don't have to be so blunt about it, sir. Okay, alright. You leave me, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't think I did it, right? Yes, of course I don't, and I promise to prove that it wasn't you. It's enough chit-chat. You can investigate all you like, but it's only a matter of time before we take you in. It would be wise if you to give up while you can. No, I don't think so. He is in line, and my investigation will prove that to be true. Go ahead and try then, if you are that confident. And allow this to continue this way must prove your innocence post-haste. Okay, let's try to connect. The design on the knife's handle, it greatly resembles the special bubbly species of butterfly. It does, doesn't it? Plus it says right here. This knife is property of the Republic of Bubble. Perhaps this means that the knife used in the crime was found right in this room? And what is next? What else should I do? Well, Edgeworth, what is it? Let me tell you something. You're currently my subordinate, and if you wish to convince everyone else of that, you'll speak to me with respect. What's with the guiding glint in your eyes? Don't think that will really be necessary, Francisco. Oh, really? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that you are still under me. So Francisca was flying around the world in pursuit of the smuggling keys. So then, why is she here at this embassy? Why is she here? She's supposed to be overseas? But I don't have the other half. What's this deduction? I was instigating at the Alabastian embassy when I got wind of this mess. That's right, the Togorasso was due to appear at that embassy as well. Yes, but the difference is that we didn't have a fire over there. Also, there was an incident at the Alabastian embassy as well, but I left Agent Long in charge of that case, came over to the Bubbly's embassy. So Agent Long is here as well, huh? See, you met. Well, he's in the Alabastian embassy, acting as bodyguard for Ambassador Alba. However, he seems to have a different reason for being there. So, the suspect in the murder that occurred in this office, that little girl, is she perhaps trying to be the Yatagarasu? He would never harm a soul, sir. Okay? You remember, do you not? About the case we instigated together 7 years ago? That girl is the daughter of the victim in that case, Mr. Faraday. So, she that festive little girl. He has been on the trail of the Grasso, which is how she ended up here, looking for the one who took your father's life. I see. He's trying so hard, but you know what? The Grasso just keeps on tricking us all. How so? The Grasso sent a card saying I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. Okay, now I have it. But all we had is an arson and a murder. The lab boys are going in circles. You know what this is, sirs? It's a branch of contract, and it's going on the Raps shit. You ask me, gratifying me the fact that nothing was stolen tonight. To wonder though, Callista you really is the Yeti Russell? To steal your dirty secret. Is it possible that the dirty secret that the Russell was out to steal is in this very room? Dirty secret? Siska, you're in pursuit of some dirty, underhanded dealings yourself, are you not? Something tells me that this is no coincidence. That key then, the person I'm looking for, is here, in the Bubbly's embassy, The head of a smuggling operation. So I just might need to ask Francisca about your smuggling case in more depth. Francisca, when we last talked, you said that you were on the trail of a smuggling ring. I suppose the reason you are here right now is related to that? Yes. After analyzing the intel we gathered from various countries, this embassy rose to the top of our list of sites to investigate. And this is what tipped us off. This accounting document? It's only one page of the whole thing, so we are not sure about all the details. However, it's enough for us to grab into the tail of the beast. Have the other 2 pages. She thought that was on the other side of it, but looks like only front. But you see, this type of paper was made only in the Kingdom of Cadopia, which means that somewhere in the countries of Alabast and Bubbles in the head, the one pulling the strings and the entire smuggling ring. Specific paper, specific ink, it's like mist. How they write on the books. That's Francisca for you. She's amazing, pursuing this case with all she has. Lucky now I can use it somehow. Eureka! Take a good look at these documents, Francisco. I say that there are 3 pages in total, and yet there are only 2 here. Correct. Now take a look at the smuggling activity documents in the possession. Tell me, is it not possible that your page was taken from this set of 3? Well, it certainly looks that way. By putting our multi-part puzzle together, I seem to have a right at an answer. And it seems that you have now found what you were looking for. Yes, and with this, it has become crystal clear that Mr. Cochin himself was responsible for the mass smuggling of Bubbly's ink. Bubbly's ink? Bubbly's ink is a special product of the Republic of Bubble. However, due to a special reason, only a limited volume is ever exported. And that reason is, it's classified, it's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. It can be used as drug. In any case, it seemed that the head of the smuggling ring was our victim, Mr. Money Culture. Space was in an embassy, thus it was hard for both our country and his to interfere. Making it the ideal conditions on the beach to run a smuggling operation. It's so frustrating. I lost the person I was to rain judgment down upon with my whip of justice. Well, even he's dead, he still have a responsibility to look into his misdeeds. Expect me to whip a dead man? Well, I'm not interested. Siska, you must know that Money Cochin was the suspect in the KJ8 incident. Of course I know, on top of being the head of the smuggling ring, is the matter of what really happened. In that case, that needs to be resolved. Finally done. Are you done investigating? You realize now, don't you? That this girl is the only one it could be. Of course not. People got to be in jail? Now come along quietly, get aggressor, Key Faraday. You're under arrest for the murder of Money Caution. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, you have to believe me, I didn't do it. She's the fake Edgeworth in here, and he was already. Have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. But so you must say this to police as well, because whatever they say can also be used against them in court. For example, if it was illegal arrest.
Hold it.
I'd like to help you reduce the number of mistaken arrests Interpol makes. What's that supposed to mean? I believe I told you that Kay Faraday is not the culprit of this crime. Very well, suppose I have no choice. I'll show you just how foolish your claims are. Even your police confirmed that the Tegarasu infiltrated the Babalis embassy tonight. Because there was no one else here except you? Same as usual. And actually, it's really American things are on the shelf. Interesting, I thought it was supposed to be Japanese. Maybe they changed it for American release. To lighten the confusion caused by the fire, the Tegarasu snuck into this embassy. Furthermore, the girl claims to be the Tegarasu. And most importantly, other than her, there was no one else in here with the body. Your reason for suspecting Key is because you think she's the Tegarasu? Exactly, but it isn't just me. She calls herself the Tegarasu. How many times do I have to tell you? I was only out to capture the fake Tegarasu. Was or not, but it's not. Itagarasu is Itagarasu. Very well, then I shall prove that Key is not the Itagarasu who killed Mr. Money Caution. Go ahead and try. Show me what the prosecutors of this country are made of. It's supposed to be a attorney job. Police confirmed. Indeed. Snuck into this embassy, okay. Yes, she claims. Hold it.
Hold it.
I really don't think that being the first to discover the body makes you the killer by default. No, but if you saw the self-reported Itagarasu standing in front of a body, will you get a little suspicious yourself? And so listen to what that person had to say before I pass judgment. Are you talking about yourself and those times when you were under suspicious? I think the pain of being falsely accused is something you really should experience. I personally know that feeling really well, sir. Given my situation, I know exactly what it's like too. 5 years never experiencing it, ever. I don't miss your little group conference. So Agent Shechna suspects Key of murder simply because Key is the Itagarasu. If you can prove that Itagarasu's goal is not related to murder, I may be able to begin to reason with her. Hold it. Hold it!
Hold it.
Just because she calls herself that, it doesn't prove that she is a killer. No, but it does give her a motive. Tegarasu sent a card saying, I will be there to steal your dirty secret. Furthermore, the documents pertaining to some smuggling activity in this room. She obviously wanted to steal them, so she killed Mr. Cochin for the key. I see. Her logic is very sound. Expected nothing less of Agent Lang's secretary. However, that statement just now didn't sound right. Might just be the opening in it. Let's see. What can I use? The smuggling of Babaless ink. What she said before? Ah, she wanted to steal documents regarding smuggling, so she killed Mr. Cochin for the key. But key is still here. Objection.
Objection!
That's obvious one. Should be arrested because she saw the body on the night when the Grosso came in. She has authority to accuse someone and arrest. But okay. Agent Shihna, I regret to inform you, but there's a flaw in your logic. Oh? And if you claim that she's the killer and they get a Grosso, I'm saying that securing the smuggling documents is not the motive behind the murder. Nothing for murder? Who is sitting on top can accuse anyone below them. Don't you know that? President, for example, has an immunity for any kind of crime. And the key to the safe in this room was found on Mr. Cochin's body, and that's what I want to eliminate in the future. They must have no immunity, and they're supposed to be world government controlling this team. And world government not supposed to be a person, but organization. And by the way, it was already like this in many countries. For example, good example is Uchihas in Naruto anime. Something like this. They work just fine. Furthermore, the Integrasso would not be stupid as to live without the documents. Actually, in this game as well. Hold on. Lang is acting as Interpol and world government itself. Not president? She's Interpol, like a president. Not under control by any country. International police. Yeah, I don't know who controlling Interpol. Let's see. Maybe no one? Let's see. Who is controlling Interpol? The International Criminal Police is governed by General Assembly and the Executive Committee. And who controls General Assembly? Who knows? I don't know. Are they immune to everything? What will happen if international policeman is actually a criminal? Small poops. Fake and raw legends. Furthermore, the Lady Grasso would not be so stupid as to live without the documents. But the simple fact that the documents were still in the safe when he looked, maybe she is the criminal. It's also possible. Right now, I don't know. It's obvious that the killer's target was not the safe at all. If there was the fake Yetagarasu, it's not key, and there's no other person inside, it can be her, hiding behind the door, for example. Next reveal herself and say that she came after key. Kinda possible, she is the criminal. And she looks like you, actually. Bless you. Can it be the same face? Well, color of eyes you can change, of course. It's possible. There's possibility. It's a week. Preparation is later? She can be you herself. Why not? If I would be creating this plot, I would make it like this. If not the case, then why would she have needed to kill him? Because I can think of no reason for her to kill him if she had not known that fact. Need? Reason? All this is simply our conjecturing after the fact. It's entirely possible that she accidentally killed him when she was sneaking in. Perhaps she didn't notice the safe second compartment before returning the key. But the fact still remains that Mr. Cochin was stopped to death.
Objection!
But we have no definite proof that it was Kay who committed the act. Actually, I do. I saw her holding the knife she used on the victim. It's my own eyes. What? Allow me to tell you a bit more about the evidence that will put her way behind bars. The knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade of her knife, or of their knife. The knife with the butterfly handle and the murder weapon, which the killer was holding. Asion shipped in the knife from the display rack and used it on the victim, but if it happened after fire, it's not possible. A knife is a part of a special 3-piece set, which has a design like no other. The evidence and testimony, it all points to the girl. There's no counter-argument. Low acceptance to grab tails? Of random persons? It's your definitive evidence, Cube? See now that she's definitely the killer, right? No, it's not yours. You've gotta believe me. I saw a suspicious person in a long black coat outside the embassy, I swear. And you came in here because you were chasing this suspicious person? That's right. I went to this office only because I was chasing after that person. Where the heck are cameras? They claim that 7 years ago there were cameras everywhere. But when I entered the room, it was pitch black. Couldn't see a thing. Felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the lights, but then wait a second, they're supposed to be fire, it's supposed to be bright, no? What the heck is going on here? There was fire yesterday, for example? Who's that? This is... Came to this room upon hearing the girl scream. When I saw her holding the knife, I immediately restrained her. So the object key felt by her feet on the floor was the murder weapon. And the knife analyzed right away, but you failed to find anyone prints on it. The suspicious person in the black coat who came into this room before me. You continue to insist there was such a person, but if there was, where did they go? That I don't know. But I know they came in here. It sounds like they're desperate excuses of a suspected killer, not a trustworthy testimony. You understand, don't you? You can trust this girl's words, Mr. Edgeworth. That's the point. And if Kay's words are the truth, must show that they are with some solid evidence. Mr. Edgeworth, he didn't... Kay. Don't worry. If you didn't do it, then there must exist a way for me to prove that. Still not giving up, I see? In that case, try to counter my argument, if you can. Don't worry, I can and I will. Show some evidence? Can just wait. Police never provides any evidence. They always want you to provide evidence that you're not guilty. Despite it's supposed to be the opposite. Nothing new. Hold on, want to check one thing. Alright. I'm ready to continue. Knife wound on the bottom, consistent with the blades of the knife. Getting some notifications. As soon as I check, there's another one. Knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade of the knife. Okay. A knife with the butterfly handle is a murder weapon. Not necessary, but we cannot prove it right now. So she obtained the knife from the display rack. Okay, that's definitely not right. The knife is a part of a special 3-piece set. It's a design like no other. She obtained knife from the display rack. Okay. Can I show the knife itself? Objection? Of course not yet, I need to press every single statement before I figure it out. But it's kinda obvious that it cannot be this knife. It's impossible. Again, this stupid game wants me something more specific. Okay, let's press the statement. Hold it. Hold it!
Hold it!
Despite it's kinda obvious what's wrong here, ask that you please refrain from speculation. It's a sound hypothesis, derived from the evidence. There's no room for debate. Researchers, know that an ungraceful loss will not be tolerated by subordinate. Now, rebut your hypothesis is factual logic. Otherwise, we will see investigation 4. Yes, you're correct, thank you. Helping a subordinate out is advice in the job of any good superior. She seems to be rather enjoying herself. And she's correct, nonetheless. Agent Shihna, please continue with your testimony. Okay, let's press this one. Hold it. Hold it!
Hold it!
About the 3-piece set. Is there really no other like it? Let's ask Ambassador Poliano for more details, shall we? Knives are indeed special. Have the butterfly, the symbol of the Republic of Babel, engraved on them. And because there are only 3 of them in the world, they're very, very valuable. Initial symbol, huh? Well, the knives are carved in the butterfly design. Only the Alabastian set, or respective countries, only have 3 knives each. Missing. I saw this fight now? If so, let's continue. Okay, let's present it here. Objection. Objection!
Objection!
Still not! Oh my god. Let's start, assume you agree with my conclusion. No, just don't have a worse response. What the heck is supposed to show here when it's kinda obvious what's wrong here? Okay, let's check. What else do we have? First of all, we have these documents. No need. This statue. No need. The key. No need. Blade! It's not this blade. so many contradictions, but it doesn't accept it. Hold it. Hold it!
Hold it!
Now, I believe there's still room for debate, and I'll thank you to not decide that for me. I don't decide anything for you, merely looking at reality the way it is.
Objection!
Are you sure you're not just viewing the facts through rose-colored glasses? Citrus, I think she's mad at you. Perhaps. But our definitions of reality are a ton different. Are the two of you downtrodden? Just Shipman's proof is the Bumblebee's knife that Key was allegedly holding. Yeah, so how are you going to prove that Key didn't do it, sir? Should Shipman wants to suspect Key merely because Key was the only one here, must show with evidence that Key couldn't have committed the murder. Do you have such evidence, sir? Yes, there's one piece of evidence that seems very unnatural to me. And I believe it is my duty to point that out to Agent Shipman. It's supposed to be the knife, why the heck it's not? Hold it! Hold it! Hold it!
Hold it!
Does this mean that you already have the results back? I confirm that the shape of the Bumblebee's knife's blade matches the wound. Please don't confuse the efficiency of Interpol's forensics teams with your own.
Objection!
Hold it. I won't if you don't underestimate our police force. And so we're clear, I only say your logic is sound, which you will see in a bit. You can prove me wrong, please, by all means go ahead. It's been my intention all along. Now, let us return to your testimony. Hold it!
Hold it!
You mean to say that you saw Key holding the murder weapon with your own eyes? I was also on the search for the aggressor. When I heard that girl's scream coming from this room, I rushed. Right, I saw that girl standing there, motionless, with the knife in her hand. I told you I only came in here because I was also after the aggressor. Suspicious person I saw came into this room. But when I entered, it was pitch dark. I felt something by my foot on the floor, so I turned on the lights and then found out that it was the murder weapon at your feet. So no fire, pitch black. Knife that still has the handle on it. So many contradictions. How many times do I have to tell you? Can't trust the words of a suspect. The only thing you'll accept is evidence, isn't it? The only acceptable way to counter an agent of Interpol on the scene of crime. Searchers, do you have some kind of evidence that can prove me innocent? So I do, because there's one piece of evidence I find to be a bit interesting. I need to carefully examine that piece of evidence again. Why should I check it again when you already know that you can remove the handle? It's a lot of skill detail. I already read this. Given that the handle of this knife is removable. I also read this. Something else to do. Okay, let's show him this knife here. Objection.
Objection!
So it was only at the place we were supposed to show it. Latent fingerprints. I want no fingerprints. Let's say that. So, the murder weapon, or the knife with the butterfly design on it. But if that's really the truth? What are you getting at? I'd like for you to take a look at this. There's blood on the blade, and yet there's not a speck of blood on the handle. This signifies that at the time of the crime, a different handle was attached to this blade. knife that Key was holding had its handle switched and was, in fact, not the real murder weapon. It wasn't a real murder weapon? This knife can be taken apart. Shall we give it a go? As you can see, the Baba Lee's knife has now been disassembled into two parts. The killer must have pulled the murder weapon out of the victim's body and proceeded to swap the knife's original handle with a butterfly one. But why? It was all to create the illusion that Mr. Cochin was killed with a butterfly-themed knife. But does it really even matter? To understand why. Should clear up any and all suspicions surrounding Key. What the heck? The argument isn't airtight yet. Frame factor? How so? It's possible that the girl herself is the one who switched the handles. Don't be ridiculous. What purpose would she do such a thing? Here, to know how criminal thinks. The way they view the world is beyond the comprehension of a normal person like myself. This is how you an Interpol agent if you cannot think like a criminal. Therefore, I wouldn't put anything past them, no matter how odd it may seem. The truth is right there, in front of you, and this knife will show you the way. You will come to see that he is not and could not have been Mr. Cochin's killer. What the heck? What is this mark on him? In the mark of a flower. I assume you know what this means. No, not really. Butterflies rest on flowers all the time to drink their sweet nectar. And so they do. However, would this butterfly really drink the nectar of this flower? The answer is clearly not a chance. Now, to prove the relationship between the butterfly and the flower with this pamphlet, actually don't know what's supposed to show. What do we have? I don't know, let's show this. Take that.
Take that!
Yes. You can't be serious. It appears that you made the connection. The flower on this blade is designed after a certain country's national symbol. That's right, the Kingdom of Alabast. In other words, this blade is from one of Alabast's ornamental knives. Case closed. As part of the knife handle has Bumble's national symbol of the butterfly knife. Therefore, it is undeniable Bubba-Lee's in origin. As we both know, you can kill someone with just a knife handle. Incidentally, when exactly did the murder occur again, Agent Shehman? The fire had broken out. That's right, he entered the Bubba-Lee's embassy, and the fire had taken place. Furthermore, she had not been to the Alabastian side of the building before then. On top of that, not a single person passed between the two countries during the fire, which means that Key could not have transported an Alabastian object over her. This makes it impossible for her to be the true killer. Next they'll learn that knife was stolen 1 day ago or something. Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. What a great victory. Huh? Hey, why is everyone so quiet? Hmm? Too dumb? I'm happy we got this far. Created a cleared case name. Say created case alibi. But what worries me now is what will happen next.
Objection!
And the meaning of this. An alabaster knife here? Do you mean, how did this find its way to Republic of Babel? It didn't just find its way over, rather, we should focus on how it was smuggled over. Hmm? Intellect of wooden puppet? No, not any Interpol agent, I think. You know what? My brain hurts thinking about it while we just stand around. Thinking while you're on the run? Now that's the way a real great thief operates. Okay. Thanks a bunch, Mr. Edgeworth, for proving me innocent, I mean. You believed in me the whole time, right? Tell me you did. Not really, but... Come on. You don't have to be shy about it. The argument is still not airtight. Again. Would you care to elaborate? Understand how now that the girl didn't commit the murder? Even there is still the possibility that she's the yet aggressor. That again? Look, how many times do I have to explain it to you? She is yet aggressor. I'm the real yet aggressor. I'm not like that fake one that goes around setting fires, okay? Whether you're the real deal or fake, it doesn't really matter. But I have to say this. I have my suspicions that this girl is the one who started the fire. Preposterous! On what grounds do you suspect her of such a thing? The fact that she calls herself the aggressor. That's in itself the most elegant proof. Miss Shehna. Maybe she is shy now or something? I have no idea, I don't care. Yes? I have no intention of taking back any of what I've said. I am the great thief yet aggressor, and refuse to allow some imposter to claim that name as their own. The path of justice that my father pointed me towards, I will walk it the best I can. I will. It's not good to be so stubborn. Hope you can understand that. Just a lot for the concern with Shekna. Let me share something with you too, as a token of my appreciation. Those sunglasses totally do nothing for you, so I'll steal them from you next time, okay? But I guess you'll better get going. Going? To where? To the Kingdom of Alabast. If you don't go, we won't know for sure, right? Suppose not. We won't get anywhere simply by standing here, thinking. See where the Alabastian knife came from. Have to pay the Alabastian embassy a visit. Let's go, Miles Edgeworth. As you are my subordinate, I will not tolerate you bringing the investigation to a halt. Understood. To be continued. 4 investigators. In Ace Attorney it was just 2. All the time. No more. Did not be tied to any kills? If you kill somebody, you're already not a thief. But something else. Count off. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Wonderful. Schiffer. 99. Callouts. So all 99 members are most likely here and accounted for, so. Well, definitely it was Sifu. Wait a second, tell me, localizators, they saw Shifu, but it's definitely Japanese. When they localize it, and we know that some Chinese country, it becomes Sifu, the well-known word. I actually don't know what this means. but I played the game called Sifu. Let's see. Sifu Minion. Because he's definitely Sifu. Master or teacher. So he's Sifu, not Shifu. Just a teacher. But okay, I prefer Japanese pronunciation of this word. I'm not against it. Hey you. Yeah, you. The second number 1 from my right. Hmm? Do you remember Game Thief? Did I kill somebody in here? Actually, I played on hard difficulty. I believe kills are not allowed except the final boss. So, definitely, for games like Thief, Resident Evil, Silent Hill, you must play them on hard difficulty, because it will be not interesting to play it on normal. Because it's not just bosses have more HP. Just need to change your gameplay. Not killing everyone, for example. Even in Resident Evil, there's no need to kill everyone. You don't like Thief? Played the first 2 games, I need to play the third one and the reboot as well. Somewhere in the future. So, yes sir? Here, a birthday present for you. Black and gold. Dishonored? Dishonored I didn't play. Shifu, didn't know that you knew all of our birthdays. Who requested the first game? I don't remember. Second was requested by Elegant Weapon. Maybe the first one as well? Not sure. What a kind heart you have. Shifu, you are more of a man than you'll ever be, sir. Maybe I played in Soul? Well, it was released in somewhere in 96, but maybe not. No, it was later. It was after... Oh no, it was after Metal Gear, but before the Solid. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I'm sorry, but it's not my birthday. Alexis says, a cub who disrespects others soon feel the disciplinary bite of an elder. That present isn't for you. It's for your younger brother's wife's younger brother. What? Tell him I said hi and happy birthday, won't you? Yes, sir. Green shops? What are green shops are? Green shops? Is it a real name of something? I google green shops and there's shops that sell cannabis. No? Seriously? Shifu, I can't believe you remember that much about each of us. Shifu, I'm so moved that I can't stop crying. If there's 99 of them, a good chance that every single day there's someone's relative birthday. These guys should probably leave them to there a long time. Ah, you meaning torrents. That's just a client. I personally using the orange one. Wait a second, the green one also was Beat Spirit, remember? The Chinese one. They dropped support. And actually I like it. It's my first torrent client. Should only leave them to there a long time. It's still actually working if you use it. Alright, Mid and Solar. Everyone, heads for your posts. Bitcoins they still updating, like every single month, so more frequent. Below, but classic is green. So Mutorrent for me was a default torrent client, that's why I didn't use it. Because I don't like default. That's why I'm not using H, that's why I'm not using Chrome, because they both are constantly defaulting to something, some devices. I only use on Safari for iOS. Because when I tried to use Mozilla Firefox, something was wrong with it, but I don't remember what. Maybe nowadays it's better. Everyone, head for your posts. Dismissed. So. Chrome. Yeah. Were you guys there the whole time? I got a call from Shihna, and she's already filled me in. Maybe in this case she's Sihna? Sounds like you're out to get in my way, Ian. Absolutely no intention of interrupting your investigation. Simply request that you grant me permission to investigate the Alabastian embassy. And whatever say no? Agent Lang, this man is my subordinate. As I have received permission from the ambassador, he is to be extended the same right. Sorry sis, but it's not that simple. Alabast has the strictest immigration regulations in the world. Oh, didn't you know? In among my elite men, about only half of them were admitted into the country. Besides, any more cooks in the kitchen, you might spoil the soup. Get what I mean? How dare you make such assumptions? Don't take this the wrong way, but I thought I was in charge of Alabast, Miss von Karma. Look, try to understand, okay? Things over in Alabast are a bit of a mess right now. Shiha? Shinra, what do you mean by a bit of a mess? No one told you? We had an incident in Alabast as well. Alright. More notifications on the same day. That's what we call a decision based on the investigation, Mr. Prosecutor. Okay, just let us in already. The problem here, Agent Lang? What the heck is this? Ambassador? How's they calling it? Not really, just having a discussion about whether or not to let these guys in. Ambassador Alba, I ask that you please allow these people to join the investigation. Having a debate because of my country. I'm terribly sorry for placing you good people in this kind of situation. It's all because I lacked the strength to govern them well. It's nothing of the sort, Ambassador. You weakling? Who? Curacus? Because your frailty and inability to affect change in your country. What are you? The thing is, investigations conducted in my country have been under Agent Lang. And it's my judgment that in order to minimize disruption in the investigation, should leave everything up to Agent Lang. There you see. No way. Ambassador Alba, I ask you to please reconsider letting them into Alabast. What that? My very own secretary has been moderate in the Bubbly's embassy, and he was apparently caught up in some very shady dealings, completely unbeknownst to me. So I ask for your cooperation in our investigation. This isn't much, but I hope they can cover your travel expenses to Bubble someday. Alright, I get it. Even if you back Ambassador Alba, still have to give the final okay anyway. Alright. You heard that, Mr. Ranchers? In. Not so fast, my little cowgirl. You're still a witness in the Bubble murder, so I'd like you to please stay in the Republic of Bubble. Little Gumshoe, please take good care of Kay for me. Yes, sir. Sounds good to me. The fewer troublemakers, the better. She's actually completely right. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? So, I wanted to ask for a while now, but... That lady right there, is she who I think she is? That's right. I didn't introduce the two of you yet. Siska von Karma, the prosecutorial protege. It's nice to see you again. Oh, I knew it! You're the VIP lady. You may address me as Miss von Karma. Miss von Karma, I leave the investigation of Alabast in your hands. Thanks. Rest assured, I will outsmart both the smuggling ring and the Yetagurasu. Smuggling ring, huh? Perhaps I should ask Francisca a bit more about them before I head to Alabast. Killing the robot? In Leighton's lab? But he's archaeologist. Has no lab. Is he? And I mustn't forget to thank Ambassador Poliana for all that he has done for me. I want to proceed. Why is he here? I cannot. You have been granted permission to enter by Ambassador Alba. Please feel free to enter the Flower Nation, the Kingdom of Alabast. The Flower Nation, you see? Well, the garden suddenly lives up to that name. Later reminds me of Poirot, this Poirot detective. And Poirot actually was the killer in his very last case. Wonderful, isn't it? Wait a second, it was a spoiler for someone who not reading books. But he was a killer. Yes, it does. Our Rose Garden, which is in full bloom right now, is really something else. By the way, Agatha Christie wrote this last book of him, the second, because she wanted to have the beginning and the end already done. So in the case if she will not be able to write something, the ending is right here. If only it wasn't. I could enjoy myself a bit more then. Yes, this one. In the end, he did this. To whom I must speak, actually? Ambassador Poliana, I'm in your debt. No, it's nothing. Because it's about all I can do for you, I'm afraid. Only ask that you please bring Manny's killer to justice. Who has hated him? Why? Who did you prefer among all these detectives of him? There were plenty of them, like maybe 6. The most famous are just 2. Miss Marple and Poirot. But there were more than this. I will, Ambassador, on my honor. I believe there was also crossovers between characters at some point, but I'm not sure. So sensational. Really piqued my curiosity. No, they aren't much, but know that I'm giving them to you wholeheartedly. Sherlock? I personally don't like the author of Sherlock. Vampires? And us unrealistic crap? That's why. I think if you believe in something, it must be in your books, and not contradicted. That's why I don't like when actors are playing some characters, but in real life they're completely different. Hits this. Well, that's quite alright. So you say it's this person with someone who is good and nice, but in reality he's criminal scum. How about this then? The ink? And what exactly is it? It's fountain pen ink, known as Bubbly's ink. It's made exclusively in bubble. So this is Bubbly's ink. You make it with white crystal. That's supposed to be some kind of drug. Oil. reaches minds through our mineral mines. Please accept this ink. One dip of your fountain pen in this, and you can write for hours in your organizers. How fortunate for me, the ink in my pen just happened to have run out. I gladly accept your gracious gift. It was a bribe. It was. Great, wonderful. I guarantee to you that writing with our ink is an unforgettable experience. Now we need paper. And since you don't export it, you run out. You're always welcome to come and visit our fellow nation. Intellectual character is high moral. Perfect deduction. I wonder if he actually liked this character or not. Because at some point of time, as you remember, he killed him and didn't want to continue to write any additional books. Till he was forced to do this. So maybe he didn't like him a lot. He was doing it only for money. Talk about cornering the customer along with the market. I still cannot enter, goddammit. You made so much progress in investigation in such a short period of time. It's really amazing. Agent Hicks, whose help I had requested, was cut down before he completed his task. There's no room for further failure in my perfect investigation. In spite of that, I believe you were able to obtain some insight to the ring, correct? It was nothing. I simply made some deductions based on the smuggled item I was following. Penguin? You mean the bubbly sink? What do you think about disappearing of Agatha Christie? If you know about this fact of your life. When she was leaving after some completely different identity. But why are there restrictions on the export of Bubbly's ink to begin with? It's classified Interpol info. Francisco, as your subordinate, I'm part of your investigation now. Don't you think it would be beneficial if I was as well informed as you? Point taken. Very well, I'll fill you in. Recently we discovered some very well-made counterfeit bills circulated in Genfa. You have no idea? It's kinda interesting mystery. Never was completely explained, especially by her. Counterfeit bills? They're only conjectures, and you can't believe them, obviously. Yes, as you may have deduced, the counterfeits are being made with Bubble Special Bubbly Ink. God damn it, it's empty. And it's virtually impossible to distinguish bills made with Bubbly's ink from real ones. Thus, it was only natural for Interpol to keep an eye on the Republic of Bubble. Wait a second, if you can create money with specific ink that doesn't exist anywhere else, nobody will be able to fail them. It's not smuggling. That she was found alive with some kind of amnesia, I believe. Maybe it was a tumor or something. That's where this document comes into play, correct? Correct. Mr. Cochin was smuggling large amounts of bubbly ink. Furthermore, he was charged with wearing the embassy's printing equipment. It's all the evidence I need to know that he was the head of the smuggling ring. However, there remains one tiny problem. Let me guess, we still have yet to find the counterfeit bills of the smuggled ink? Yes, and while we're listing things, I might as well add the counterfeit plates to the pile. Since we haven't been able to locate any of these items in the Bubbly's embassy, do you already have it? Is it possible? What if the prints are actually knives? Well, obviously not. Ah, maybe the statue? That's why you cannot touch it? It's possible. Now looking into the Alabastian embassy next. It doesn't matter where they're hidden. Mark my words, I will find them. Definitely the statue. Well, shall we get going? Not yet. What's wrong, Kay? Can get permission to enter Alabas. Maybe she'll give us a little thief device. So we're going to go gather whatever info we can over on the bubbly side, okay? Great, I'm counting on you too. Looks like not. Right, and I'm counting on you, Miss Von Karma, to sniff out clues in Alabast. Kidnapped by cultists? How she escaped in this case. Mr. Edgeworth, if you happen to come across my phone, you let me know, okay? Tell me, I'll rush on over straight away, no matter where you are. Actually, she also wrote the book with similar plot. I believe after this, not before. And I believe it was Poirot in it, but maybe not. Don't really remember. I'll let you know when the time comes. Maybe. Not bedside tomorrow. Wonderful. Who the heck is this? Come here, this man. What do you think you're doing to my subordinate? You are? What the heck is he doing here? Then the heavens you're here. I mean really big pickle, your lordship. Raven, it appeared, poof, and then disappeared, swoosh. And though I am the still samurai, my sword it. I'm so confused. Don't know what anything means anymore. This fruitcake. I'm Larry of the House of Buds, married man of Neo Old Tokyo, my lady. Now remember, this person is one of your friends, isn't he, Miles? Yes, frighteningly enough, he is. Hey, what's up with that answer? Your best bud is in a bind, and you act like it's no big deal. What sort of bind are we talking about here? The suspect kind suddenly became a suspect in a murder. I see. That's quite the bind. Not that we're in the least bit surprised. Yes, I pretty much expected this news. And what the heck is going on with these knives here? They complete? Looks identical? From the instant I saw this unlucky face. His name is Larry Butts. Are you going to explain us who is this? Know him since grade school, for as long as I've known him. Has been the world's largest source of trouble. It's a capital T. It was him who stole money when he was a kid. What kind of introduction is that? You're so mean, Edgy. If you're not careful, you might find your tiny number of friends go down by one. Was uncalled for. Besides, you're... Wait, hold on! Larry! It was you? You're the one who wrote my still samurai autograph. Oh, you didn't notice earlier? I even wink at you through my headpiece. What's going on? Why you beat red? Sorry, but could you not speak to me right now? Oh, sorry. Am I interrupting your comical yet melodramatic play? So, this is the incident you mentioned earlier. Mr. Prosecutor, this man, this childhood friend of yours, is our prime suspect. Of what, you ask? of the murder of a man who had snuck into this embassy. Damask the second? They killed a new Damask? Damask the second? It's kinda small. Only Larry could get himself into yet another mess as fine as this. What guess is like a popcorn? I have no idea. I don't know. But no matter what the facts seem to say, it's not that type of to commit murder. By the way, how many Sherlock Holmes games here? And which one was the first? I know that Poirot games exist. I believe plenty. Not all of them are good. There was franchise called Frog Wars. They even DS games about Sherlock. Can you believe this? And the last game they created was in 2023? Available for PC, of course, and all the consoles. Why is there so many games? Okay, the first game was released in 1904, not a video game, board game. Obviously I'm not going to play it. Okay, in 1984 the first Sherlock game was released for Commodore 64 and Sinclair, I mean Spectrum. I don't want to play Spectrum games, but Commodore 64, I still don't have it. In the future I'll buy it. The second game was actually for Apple II. Apple II I have. And PC, which also I have. So, if I want to play every single Sherlock game, I need to buy Commodore 64. Sinclair I definitely don't want to. Because Commodore 64 has more good games than Spectrum. Spectrum is notorious having simple bad games. Commodore 64 has plenty of good ones. What's the current price of Commodore? Actually, not going to buy it. Not this year for sure. But in the future. Okay, tested. Tested working. You can buy it for $300. Restore it, test it, guaranteed, rated gold. So $300 is enough to buy it. A logic puzzle game? I have no idea. But playing every single game, I must play them all. Even if it's a logic puzzle game. Anyway, there are plenty of Commodore 64 games that I want to play. So in the future I buy it, and I see that Commodore is not rare. Yeah, I know that in the past they were constantly copying it, non-stop. That's very easy to find. There's even portable model for $1,000. Well, this definitely I'm not going to buy because, wait a second, I'm not going to play on this tiny monitor connected to my TV, of course. Interesting. Okay, I'll add it into my wish list. $300, it's not much. Some consoles I bought for much more. That's it. Well, PC 98 because I bought 2 of them to make it working. What do you send me? This game? The game of logic? Or maybe it was a board game that's a transferred to computer. Looks like initially it was a board game. There were plenty of them. Maybe this one. If it's possible to finish it, of course. Like, what did I play it? In television, these 2 games, they had to end in. It was possible to finish them. But no matter what the facts seem to say, Larry is not that type of to commit murder. Still, it's a rather daunting stroke of misfortune I've struck. Have to prove that Larry Butts is innocent of all wrongdoing. Shifu, identify the victim. At work. Will it be you? Take that report now. Jilang, would you mind if I took a peek at it as well? What did I tell you earlier, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't get in my way. There's only enough flesh here to feed one wolf, and that one is me. So no, you may not take a peek. By the way, I got to do another thing. Alright, done. But Edge and Long. Edge and Long. Will you allow an investigator, such as myself, to take a look? Oh yes, of course. You, let the detective see the file. You, Detective Bat. You're the prosecutor, Mr. Edgeworth, right? Fancy meeting you here, Detective. You weren't expecting me? Ever since that day 7 years ago, I've chased after the Yatagarasu, non-stop. Even pressured Interpol into keeping me in the loop, in case a card was ever found. What incredible dedication to the case. You know, bats know their Yatagarasu's MO very well. Modus operandi? And his passion for the chase hasn't died down these 7 long years. It's something I can respect. But every bat must ask, are you going to make an ally out of this prosecutor? My only goal is to arrest the Yatagarasu. If he can get to the bottom of this case, then I'm willing to share info with him. And you're dead, Detective Bat. About the murder of the Mask, the second. By the way, I saw exactly this lollipop today in Lowe's. Why I didn't buy it? It was the same bureau color. See, it's not one piece. It's different colors here, mixed. Would you be willing to fill me in on a few of the details? When the Yatagarasu showed up, Agent Lang and I took ourselves off guard duty and put ourselves in charge, directing things at this crime scene. Next time I'll be here, albeit taking advantage of the chaos. The month II, he broke into this embassy, probably to steal some treasure or another. And I suppose he lost his life. He was forced to fight someone else in this room. Why exactly was that man placed under arrest, Detective? That samurai? He was more looking suspicious, but not for the reasons you suspect, I assure you. As you can plainly see, he's completely harmless. That was just a random guess. Not like he's actually under arrest. Tonight, here at the Alabastian Embassy, Ambassador Alba was to give a commemorative speech, and that's when the Itagrasso showed. But keep in mind, Itagrasso isn't who I'm talking about right now. Those seats for the guests had been called to sit in them were empty. No show? Who was it that failed to take their seat? The still samurai. Until the speech was to begin, each member of the entire still samurai family was to wait in a separate room. However, for some weird reason, that man was spotted in a different location than his assigned room at that time. And where was he? He was on the roof, with one of his legs down a chimney. The chimney leads directly into this room. Bloody butts, you really outdone yourself this time. What were you thinking? In any case, I believe it's high time for me to start my investigation. Larry, there are a few things I need to ask you about. Yeah, but how about that? But a few things I've gotta ask you too. What is it? It's like, what's you and him? How's it that the two of you always manage to have some cute or hot girl by your side? And Francie, what about that promise you made to me? Promise? What promise? The one where you said you would model for my next book, Francis Whippity Whip Trip. I made no such promise. Ever since grade school, I had a certain saying about Larry. When something smells, it's usually at the butt. One needs to look no further than this man to find the king of troublemakers. Larry, I'd like you to confess right now to everything you did tonight. Confess? Hey, don't tell me you suspect me too. That one could be a murderer? Use it as alibi? Nonsense. I don't believe you have the mental acuity needed to plan and execute a murder. However, we are talking about you here, so I find it hard to believe that nothing happened. My past experience has taught me that you are always at the center of some insane event. And if there's chimney, where the heck is entrance to this room? Actually, how can you be so mean, stunning me with your words like that? Fortunately, I don't have the time to search out a key to unlock your heart this time. Such as that you cooperate and tell me what you know. Wait a second, but it was... Naruhodo, what was his English name? Phoenix was doing this. Okay, I get it. Just stop Francie from viewing me from behind. So I guess you know what I did, right, Hedge? Can't even begin to imagine, however. Imagine that whatever you were up to was probably beyond my imagination. So you will tell me what exactly you did, Larry. No, not yet, Edge. Just more than that to loosen my lips. Naruto? A lot more. Confess. No. Okay, well, I was up on the roof. And why exactly were you out there? You know, it's Wintry Custom and the legendary hero. Legendary? Hero? Santa Claus. Santa? Claus? I wanted to do that thing he does, so I climbed up to one of the chimneys. But when I got there, there was smoke pouring out of the chimney. Who spotted him? And... I couldn't go down the chimney with smoke coming up, right? So I gave up. Laddie, you do realize that Santa Claus does not exist, right? Of course I know. did graduate from junior high, you know? Then you should also understand this. If Santa was real, he would be the biggest unlawful trespasser history. Why the heck junior high exist? It's a middle school. So they mix junior and high? Right? Let me check. It's supposed to be middle school. Yes. Grade 7, 8 and 9. Preceding high school, following elementary school. So why the heck it's not middle? Hold on. I believe in Texas it's called middle school. Let me check schools around here. Middle school is called middle school. Why the heck? In the games they using junior high. Don't quite understand. Maybe it depends on the state, but in Texas it's middle school, elementary, middle, and high school. How it's supposed to be. No mixing two different names. Orange juice, doggy cat, cat dog. High school. Anyway, I heard it many times, but I had never seen any junior high in real life. Like I had never heard about give me your license and registration. Registration, it's a sticker. It's on the car or on the plate. You're not having it as a document. Why the heck in the movies they constantly asking for registration? Just don't understand this. You cannot give it. It is your turn to imitate. Santa has landed you as prime suspect in this murder. Maybe it's because of California. In California they have registration in their hands. I have no idea. California seems like a completely different country. Collect stickers. Just change it. Spend 5 minutes to unstick it from the window. Actually, in your country also have the stickers. It's called registration, car registration. Oh man, what's wrong with this? Pretending to be Santa. Let's start with the fact that it will be the ideas of March in a matter of hours? What? First time I see this word. Chicken it. Ideas? There's no translation! In the ancient Roman calendar, a day falling roughly in the middle of each month, the 5th day of March, May, July, October. What? Philadelphia? Let me check how to pronounce this ancient thing he's using. It's called just Ides. Ides. Looks like Edgeworth just using some very ancient, not regularly used words. Something like this. Sunday only visits homes on December 24th. That's in December, you idiot. Supposed to visit at midnight. No? No. Hey, wait a second. Yeah, not on card. As I recall, aren't you calling yourself Loris Donim now? That's... It's another Roman thing that I cannot pronounce. Loris Diauxnim? What's hip? Mean of honor? Unknown words? Get that straight in your head, Edge. Now remember, is that truth? Well, imitation of real artist. No, you got it all wrong. I gave up on that whole Loris business. Besides, when Banjolina left me and my heart in pieces, it's when Minzy walked into my life. She's been so good to me that I wanted to help her in some way, and I figured I could through this still alright outfit. Your name, Blundering, makes less and less sense each time you meet. I believe he's saying that he picked up this part-time job at the Steel Samurai so that he may attempt to capture the heart of the actress who plays the Pink Princess. You got it? I knew you'd know what I meant, Edge. Not really. It's not so much as I understood. Wait a second, if they never removing the masks of them in this particular show, such show exists. It can be a man inside of it. Not woman. But a simple deduction based on your usual modus operandi, Larry. That's all, so now, for now. Let's check the knives. There's some weapons on display on this wall. Crossbow and under that, set of knives bearing a floral motif. Arena inside. And must be the counterparts of the bubbly knives. By the way, Arena in Spider-Man never wears any mask. Just something like helmet. Which means that the blades inside these scabbards should match the blade that was used to kill Mr. Cochin. Why not? Can spot absolutely no difference between this primitive statue and Bubbles. Selena's face looks a bit like that costumed hero you like so very much. Mutant? Is it? I thought he was just fat guy in the costume. I only wonder why you Americans have such an affinity for this kind of face. So it wasn't made by an American, you know? Guess I don't suppose. Wait a second, what? Let me check one more time. Looks a bit like a stunt hero. Knives adorned with flowers are on display here. I suspect that these are the counterparts to the bubbly knives. The blades of these knives should match the blades of the knife that killed Mr. Cochin. One of the knives is missing its blade. Let's see the two pieces, the blade and handle, fit each other. It appears that they fit together quite well, almost seamlessly. Proposed series of Spider-Man cartoon? It doesn't punch enemies at all? Which one? Probably the 90s? The Amazing Spider-Man? No. The Spider-Man animation series. Sauce. I don't remember anything about it. I remember the plot only. '94. But not fighting. What was in the comics at the beginning? Appearing that they fit together quite well. Then this means that an alabaster knife did find its way into Bubble. But how? The Steel Samurai's primary weapon, the Samurai Spear. Isn't it awesome? I totally fell for this thing. Slick and shiny, just like my heart. Comes at you like bush. When you hold it, you just wanna live life like bomb. Do well to watch that you say, Larry. Also, it is, as Larry says, the spear is quite the symbol of valor. However, speaking of spears, aren't you supposed to use them by thrusting the point straight into your opponent? I'm entirely convinced the spear is up to the task. What's wrong, Haicha? You're just staring off into the distance. I get it. Tell you what, I'll tell the studio to make you one, okay? but this one's mine. Robocop? It doesn't shoot? You can use something like net? Or punch them into the face. Did I say anything about wanting one? We can shut him up if I show him the piece of evidence. And he'll point something out about the sperm. But we don't have anything, I believe, yet. Next victim. So this is the victim, the mask the second. What it is with his gaudy outfit? You don't know about Mask the Mask? A few months ago, this thief caused a lot of havoc on the populace. So this thief is separate from the Yatagarasu? So they were farewell because their MO and targets were different. The mask likes high-value trinkets and jewels, and being Gotham is his signature. Gumshoe was in charge of that investigation, so he'll know more about the mask. That's alright. Well, probably here are tells his failure anyway. You haven't changed a bit, I see. In any case, let's get started here, shall we? Titanium alloy manipulator? Why not? So this is the murder weapon in this case. There's blood on the blades. It's rather sweeping sword, isn't it? What did you expect? It's still Samurai's daddy's secondary weapon. Call it his secondary because also use his sword in most of his models. Isn't it supposed to be a plastic sword? As usual. His trusty samurai spear that he turns to in a real fight. Should know quite a bit about the Steel Samurai. It's only because I saw the stage show earlier. Although this sword in the Steel Samurai, or in other words, Lori, should probably ask him about it, as detrimental as it is to proving him innocent. So then the mask had quite the business. This guy, just a copycat using the name, a phony successor. He's just another petty thief. His real identity is an out-of-work guy by the name of Kashino. Kashino? Casino? He's 29 and wanted on larceny charges. From his clothes and what he was scanned, he determined that this guy is the real Mask II. Cause of this appears to be the loss of blood on the back of his head. It seemed that he was struck with something very hard. In other words, he was bludgeoned to death. What is he holding? Looks like a piece of paper from a notepad. The bus, the statue. Again, this. What was his name? This great thief, Yatagarasu, requested some service? Possible. There's something written on the back as well. I'd like you to steal the Primitive statue in this room. What's that supposed to mean? Who writes a note to themselves like that? You had to guess from the text. Let's see. And this is actually a request from someone about what to steal. Just who is the person that requested the theft of the primitive statue? The birds? Wonderful. The gorgeous flowers are in full bloom here. Should flowers as lovely as these must have an equally as lovely name. If they constantly have window open, there will be high humanity in the room, which will destroy everything. Every single wood. Faithful when some folks discuss things like black parts made of plastic or rubber? I actually don't remember anything about the movie. It's not plastic? It's some kind of alloy? Los Edgeworth, are you done stirring? Should hardly think. Passion flowers are all the trail. Passion flowers? That's rather unusual name. It's named by a priest in the 5th century of the Passion of Christ. For the Passion of Christ? Still don't understand what this means, except it was the name of the movie or something. They say they learn something new every day. Well, personally, I know almost nothing about the religion. All titanium alloy? Okay then. This is also titanium alloy, by the way. You can make it black. Manipulator crash bonds easily. I don't know, can I crash bonds with my phone? Maybe. This must be Ambassador Alba's desk. His notebook is open on his desk. Must be in the middle of some important work. Sapling grows log. Finally spotted today. Funny, it doesn't look like important work to me. There's nothing else to ask. You did some investigating over in the Babalis embassy too, right? I did. Is there a problem? Some noses? With bare hands? Hansi says a wolf who aims to hunt for 2 rabbits at once. But if the idiom requires he who runs after 2 hares will catch neither. A real wolf can catch both. I see. So what are you trying to say, seeing as how I'm currently handling 2 cases? Suit yourself, but don't say it didn't burn you. The person shaking hands with the still samurai in these pictures, Ambassador Alba, was taken just before the murder. Still samurai must be very popular, even using the national treasure as backdrop. Just don't understand what exactly is so great about Top Knot. Wait a second, why statue spacing left here? And there's a depth to this show that a young person like you can fathom. Speaking of young people, aren't young children the target audience of this show of costume actors? It actually is, but same as MLP, adults are watching it. I mean, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai. Okay, where's the statue? Yeah, it's facing front, not back. So there's already contradiction. Not the exact same statue sitting in that Babalis office they examined. It's Primidex statue was the national treasure of the Principality of Canopia. It was only one of the statues, meaning that one of the 2 is a replica. But both Alabas and Babo claim to have the real thing, maybe none of them. Incredibly childish fight to have. Let's deduce it right now, because why not? See contradiction. Eureka!
Eureka!
Look at this photo and tell me what you find odd about this scene, Miss Von Karma. The apparent joy on the ambassador's face as he shakes that top knot's hand. That's not it. I was trying to point out that the statue in the photo is facing a different way. You're right. This statue is a national treasure. As such, only an ambassador or secretariat-level person is allowed to handle it. The fact that the statue is facing one way in this photo and now it's facing a different direction in this preserved crime scene is proof that someone touched the statue around the time of the crime. Alright. Now, what can I do about this sparrow? I'm not sure. What do you have in logic? Smoke from chimney. Where's chimney here? Oh, here it is. It's a fireplace. But the looks of it, I don't think it's been used recently. So he was on the other side of the building. Where was fire? Looks like. So I can't say that I see anything unusual about it. That's right. There's not a single shred of fashion sense in the mask costume. But at least I can appreciate the great effort he must put into making it. If you don't know, you can buy this costume almost anywhere now. It's been sold? Since when? Since around New Year's. The streets are particularly flooded with them. And so the mask is a lot more popular than I thought he'd be. Even that foolish fool would dress in fool's clothing to act foolishly. I got your point about 3 foolishes back, Francisco. Do we have his face? This one? He's from Gen 5? No matter how hard you try, you'll never be a necessity in our Shifu's investigation. And that fact, no matter how good he is, he's bound to overlook something. You insult our Shifu and prepare to be punished. And how exactly would you punish us? Every investigator under Shifu's command will work to disrupt the investigation. Vindictive much? Was a grandfather clock just like this one earlier in the Bubbly's embassy and completely ignored it. No, symmetry is a fine thing, but the interior design really suffers from it. Really? So this clock actually fits the decor of this room quite well. Somehow the wood does suit the all-natural atmosphere of this room. Its design and the materials it's made of strikes a good balance with the plants. Hey, too! Now's not the time to be talking about interior decorator, you know? Hurry up and save me! Be quiet. It's all a part of my elite investigation. All you need to do is be quiet and watch. Actually, I do believe Larry has a point for once. She cannot leave it. Larry, about the samurai sword that was used as the murder weapon. Oh, that? Well, I shook hands with the ambassador in this room, you know? Yes, apparently you did. And well, I totally forgot about it and left it behind when I left afterwards. When I talk about shock, was the most shocked of all when I heard it killed someone. Shocked. Foolish fool, looking especially foolish for foolishly stating such a foolish excuse. If I could take something that big with you, you would believe such a tale? Who will believe? Sorry, Miss Von Karman, but I believe him. Because if anyone could forget something like that, it would be Larry. She believe me. Just knew that our friendship is something special. Anyway, even if Larry had simply forgotten the sword left behind, that is, in no way clears his name. Which means that I will have to prove his innocence from a different angle. what do I have right now? Hey, that's an official Steel Samurai weapon. What? Me to do it? Oh, you have no idea how many fans are that for me. What you prattling on about now? Steel Samurai Sushi Slice. How about that? I bet it sends shivers up your spine. Let myself get caught up in being a spectator. Good damn it. How could I have failed myself? Wait a second, which contradiction do I have about this pair? I'm not sure. What time is it? I already played for 3 hours. We figured out what I need to reduce here. Why are there weapons on display in a place like this? Wonder why are there no whips on display here? Can I see his spear on this photo? Actually not, but what is on the top left here? Is it some kind of bug? Ah, it's crossbow. Yes, sushi slides. Okay, cannot see anything here. God damn it, I'm not sure. Now handle with a butterfly on it. I know where the blade that this should be attached to is. I also wonder... You cannot read these dogs. Story about samurai? Of Shogun? Well, it's samurai of Shogun. Because slicing sushi for empire. I believe sushi did not exist when samurai existed, because sushi came from China. Actually, they were not invented in China. I know for sure how they were invented, but I don't know which year it was. So China was exporting fish to Japan, and they were putting it on top of the rice. Well, to remove moisture, who knows? And in Japan they decided, why should I waste rice? And start making sushi out of it. That's how it was. But I think it was something recent, maybe 100 years ago. No? Belarus? It's only crawfish from Belarus. Okay, I'm not sure what to do here at all. Except speaking to everyone, showing them everything. Let me show you everything. Looks like not this one. I want to skip it, but it's not possible because I... Speaking about nothing. Don't even want to read this. The same. Okay, it's useless to select everything because I'm just wasting my time. So, he clutched this note as he went about his business. It was a poor excuse for a criminal, on top of which he was only following in someone else's footsteps with a small fry. I've been a detective for a long time, can see straight through these people. He has a different air about him. Now, if only Gansha could understand that and be more like Detective Butt. And that's all? Gomel? It's very close to Chernobyl? I see. The truth that lies beyond this piece of evidence is not going to be fun. Are you ready to take it on? Of course I am. I don't know how close to the truth you are, but there are only a few things I can say, so listen up and listen well. Don't ever lose your detective's spirit. It would be a good piece of advice. I was a detective. And that's all? The same? Saying the same about this piece of evidence. It's really a waste of time to show this. Must deduce something. But what? Yeah, hurts. Conscience dead. So she is a bitch from Belarus, then China? What a waste. He's staring at his mirror, with his eyes unfocused, his jaw clenched tight. Looks like nothing here. What else I didn't check? Okay, in the Still Samurai, we need to answer this formulary, and depending on the answer, will let you live. The Still Samurai that was up there on the stage, was it really you? Yep, sure was. Lady, you! Still Samurai, sushi slice. I was moved by the performance of this man. It's completely useless, worthless bum. I may never recover from this. Wonderful. Okay, let me check several things here. There's definitely nothing to do here. What about this? What I didn't deduce here. What that plant's supposed to be? So can you see that it's supposed to be a likeness of Ambassador Alba? Doesn't look like he was watering it. Passengers at a sovereign night have a lot of nerve telling me what to think. Look forward to your next salary assessment next month. You're deluding yourself if you think you have any control over that. Speaking of spurs. Something about this sparrow. Piece of evidence. But what? What do you have about this sparrow here? Did they find it? Artificial lake. Very suitable. For what? Crustacean? How they call them crawfish and shrimps? Okay, what do I have against this sperm? Only this sword, but why? Because it's wrong. It's definitely something about this perk. Stop talking about it. I must deduce it. But what can I do? On the photo there's no spur here. So it cannot be this. Holy shit. What the heck can it be? Really check everything here. The counterpart to the bubbleless butterfly, the alabaster flower. Butterfly and flower, they're both lovely things. But can we interpret this to mean that alabaster provides honey to bubble? Siska, can't you come up with a more meaningful or profound comment? Very well then, let's hear what sort of profound comments you can come up with. The flowers cannot survive without the butterflies that spread their pollen. Bees can do this, and butterflies cannot live without the nectar that flowers provide. If one were to disappear from the equation, well, there's also bees, neither would survive. How about that, Miss Von Karma? There's tons of plants without any flowers and can't survive without any problem. The explanation took so long that I nearly fell asleep. Well, let's continue the investigation. Just why can't you just admit I had something there? What's the heck I'm missing here? They really don't have something yet. Well, it would be kinda stupid to show this photo here. Of course it's useless. Why is he wasting time here? Could simply check it on the internet. The knife display is set up also identically to the one in the Bubbly's embassy. If Ambassador Palaena said that both Alabaster and Bubble have a set of 3 knives each, it appears that... Wait a second, you want to say that it's a knife? It's knife hidden in the spur. It appears that way also the knives here all have flowers on their handles. Two countries embellished their knives with their own national symbols, I guess. Just like the Degorasus key, they're exquisitely made. Okay, I did use it. I did it without googling it. Doesn't multiply very well without insects? Yes. But it's just natural selection. No insects. They will evolve into something else. So, people saying that even there will be no bugs, it will ruin the ecosystem. Natural selection never ruins anything. Everything still exists. And will exist. But if you already have all the dangerous toys you will ever need, Francisco. So, I still have nothing. Let's show what do we have. This one, Eureka. Eureka. It's still not. Wait a second, it's definitely this stupid knife. Why is it it's wrong? Must show another piece of evidence? I'm sure it says. Okay, let's show this one. Eureka. It's still not. But it must be this stupid knife. What the heck? I must find some piece. I don't know. Look at this. It looks like a knife. Alligators cheerfully spreading pollen through every meadow. By the way, alligators also super old creatures that survive the natural selection, even this meteorite, I believe. Okay, I'm sure this is a knife. Why the heck it's not working? Look at it, it looks like one. It is one. Why the heck it's not? Okay, maybe it's not. What the heck about this sparrow? Can't believe this shit. There's photo of it. And I saw that it's different. Maybe not today. Maybe I cannot track it today. Well, I don't want to check every single item against this stone. Water boss. From Australia. Useless. Not going to read this. A waste of time. Come on, skip it faster. So what do we have here? Okay, it's a still sorry again. And we already heard this. Okay. What the heck with his sparrow? What the heck is wrong with it? Let me check one more time. Still samurai sparrow weapon. It is just as Larry said, the sparrow is quite the symbol of valor. Still his helmet. Speaking of spurs, aren't you supposed to use them by thrusting the point straight into your opponent? Of course, it's kind of obvious. Not entirely convenient, the spur is up to the task. Shut him up if I show him the piece of evidence that he'll point something about this spur. So I must show it to him. But I don't have anything. Okay, let's show everything. Till I find something new. Maybe it's still in the room, I just need to look around. What can it be? I really tried this knife, isn't it? Screw it, note? But I showed to him. Looks like not today. Okay, maybe I still didn't find something. What else do we have here? security of plants here as well. This room is overflowing with nature. Humans used to live in the grandeurs of nature once, long ago. Didn't drown in shame? I believe I'm not mistaken in thinking that those people truly love nature. It's coming from a man who loves shows featuring costume actors. Just had to go there again, didn't she? And why do we need this plant as well? No, there's nothing to check. Alright, I will continue tomorrow, indeed. Right now it's kinda too late. Us birds? But they're not active. I have no idea what to check here. It's only this. Might was not able to find something here. Actually, let's see if I can show more things here. It's definitely this sparrow. But what about it? Ah, maybe the drawing. Maybe you were right. Eureka. Indeed! You were right. Larry, about this sparrow. Are you feeling it, Mom? I saw there was something strange about this sparrow. Tell me, Larry, is it just me, or is the sparrow a bit bent? What? No way! It's exactly as it should be, yo. And there, here, the autograph you wrote for me earlier. Now, take a good look at this which you drew with your own hands. You can see that the sparrow is clearly of a different shape. Would I have to say all that? I'm sorry. What's talking? When I hold the sparrow in my hands, all of a sudden I feel super powerful. And then, during practice, I was spinning it around and hit the statue? And boom! It hit the... Whoa! Well... I believe this is an embassy. But I've always been like that, ever since I was a kid. One time, on the overnight field trip, I bought a fake sword and played with it late that night. I'm just useless, hot-blooded man. Larry, clarify that for me, will you? Okay, it was some field trip and I began to shadow fight with myself. Not that, I meant what you said earlier about spinning the spur and hitting the wall. Oh, that, it's no bigger. It's not like I left a hole in it. It's not why I'm asking, Larry. The samurai spear is made of metal. But why? Somehow doubt that a move as simple as spinning it around would cause it to bend. Man, Edgy, you're so naive. What? Where did that come from? Well, you keep calling it the samurai spear. But it's not real. You can't really fight someone with it. Because it's hollow on the inside. You could hit it against practically anything and it would bend. If that's so, don't tell me you saw that was real. But don't take it the wrong way. Just think that part of your personality is cute. I see, your friendship truly is something special, Miles Edgeworth. It's not friendship, it's utter humiliation. And that's all. I guess that about wraps up my investigation. That's... Yo, Pink Princess, how you feeling? Still feeling ill? It will be you. And yet another strange character comes out of the woodwork. And so the Pink Princess also comes to pay the alabaster just an embassy visit. I believe I may need to speak with you as well. Miss Spring Princess, I have a few questions I'd like to ask you. Miss Spring Princess, if... Let's click. It's old lady? This old bug? Oh, wonderful! This must be what they call fate. How could this happen 2 days in a row? What? Can't you, Miss Oldbug? Why are you so surprised? I'm surprised that it's not a man. So you're the one they got to play the Steel Samurai. So bad, I didn't realize that until now. Your acquaintance with Larry? Tape Blaster. Why yes. Maybe laser gun. We worked at the same company for a little while, you know? So it's okay, my Edgeworth. You don't need to be jealous. I was in the next room, you know, trying to get in some decent sleep. It was so noisy here that I couldn't fall asleep, so I came over to complain. So imagine my shock when I saw my precious Edgeworth waiting here for me. I mean, who could imagine that you would ever come to a show like this? Yes, I misjudged you, Edgeworth. Misjudge him? Thought he was trying to avoid me, you know? There was no misjudgment on your part. It's precisely what I was trying to do. Looks like their winds have shifted. He's now willing to be chased after. Simply overwhelmed. Don't you worry, Edgeworth. I'll chase you for forever, to the ends of the earth. Fits him? That's just peachy. It's one of those rare times when Francisca and I actually see eye to eye. I know, that's all for today. That's for sure, it's almost 9. I already played for 3 hours, and soon it will be even 4. So, not today. I'll try to continue tomorrow, but who knows what will be tomorrow. Next week I'm not sure what will be. It's supposed to be a workshop for 2 weeks, maybe. Well, I was able to deduce what's wrong with this sparrow. I almost gave up. Who should you rate? Let's see. Who is online? Not sure if you have any suggestions. If you have, you can tell me. I will scroll the list. Who do I have? Who are those people? Foxy's still playing? Yeah, let's rate him. Just for the day. I will be at alert. I am not sure, it depends always on many different factors. Cannot guess until 1 hour left. Like today there was evening meeting for Auto Blue, and it was good that it ended in 1 hour, but 1 hour is too much. So I wanted to start 1 hour earlier, but was not able to do this, and if it was 2 hours or 3 hours, it was not possible to stream at all. So, who knows? Can be anything. I'm not sure. Anyways, thank you for stopping by, and bye. Till maybe tomorrow. Bye.